Good evening. Welcome. Welcome all. Welcome. We're taking a tour to a little place on the coast. Barachois. Who's ever been a Barachois? Seafoam coast of Barachois. Ivory cerulean, Barachois. The foam, crests, the foam, the birds, the crests, the waves, Barachois. Getting berries in the fall of the year, the term begins. Chasing on the bunnies and getting your arm begins. And my arm again. Never left home with my arm again. Chasing after the term again. Getting berries on the barrens.
Broke me arm again after the term again. Out on the Barachois. Broke me arms on the barrens and term again.
Barachois bushes. There's a rare fruit that can be put in a salsa. This salsa is meant to be served medium and placed in scoop chips, multigrain if possible. Tostitos are not required, but it is a lot easier if you choose that route. Make sure you do have a large enough bowl to accompany the salsa and the chips.
Making nachos out of Doritos.
Preheat the oven to 300, 400, maybe put her on broil depending on your preference. Make sure you slice the jalapenos.
From Doritos. Put on the Barachois.
Good night and morning, good night and good morning, good afternoon,
Good afternoon.
good midday to you. Whatever time it is and you're tuning into this, it's a good time to always tune into this. Have you checked in on the schedule lately? You know the schedule's been posted. You're up on the schedule.
You're on schedule this week.
You're on the schedule. You're doing a back-to-back, a clopin.
Barachois, 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 Barachois.
coleslaw. The Barachois coleslaw is a great snack if you want to get on the Barachois booze.
Felt like I was on the Barachois booze all morning.
It was a good booze.
It was really just milk, mainly milk. And the Barachois milk was getting milked out on the barrens, and the Barachois milk getting my milk out of me. Looking for my milk on the barrens. I was looking to milk a couple cows. You're looking for my milk on the barrens. Yeah. You're looking for my milk on the barrens.
You're looking for more milk in the barren section of the grocery
More
aisle.
milk in the barrens.
What section? Check out the section.
Milk in the barrens.
Follow us.
Looking for milk in the barrens. Yeah. Looking for milk in the barrens. Yeah. Looking for milk in the barrens. Yeah. Looking for milk in the barrens. Yeah.
Barachois is never going away, folks. Barachois is here to stay. It's Barachois Day.
Barachois here to stay.
Barachois way.
Just another Barachois day.
Just another Barachois
Barachois
day.
here to stay. Just another
Barachois
Barachois day.
day.
And the Barachois having a few Coronas. And the Barachois having a few Coronas. And the Barachois having a few Coronas. And the Barachois.
Pork chops for sale. Pork chops for sale. I got a bucket. I got a half rack of ribs too. Come get your pork chops. Come get your pork chops. I got them in the tailgate. Enough for me and enough for you.
There's enough for me and enough for you.
Pork chops and glue.
Full up to the brim in the trunk and the tailgate too. There's enough for me and enough
Pork
for
loins and pork groins. I got porks in Miss Lemoyne. I got pork. I got coins. I got every cutlet. I got every inlet, outlet, inlet and outlet, inlets and outlets, inlets and outlets, inlets, outlets, cutlets, outlets, inlets, skinlet, scoutlet, finlet, foutlet, cloutlet. Have you got a cutlet? Have you got an inlet? Are you from an outlet? I'm from an inlet. Skinlet, scutlet, skinlet, cutlet, gimlet, gimlet, cutlet. Skinlet, cutlet. I'm from an inlet. You're from an outlet. That's how we been with. Skin with. You're from an inlet. I'm from an outlet. You got an outlet. I'm from an inlet. And we're skinning it. This is the place where the fishermen gather. I had a draw and I had an ounce of shatter. I sat down the banks with father. We talked about the times before the modern ways came and took it. 4B all and took our tablets. I'm smart 3Gs, 4Gs, 5Gs, high Cs. Don't forget about trees. They're nice to look at.
High trees, the high seas, high seas.
Looking at the nice trees. Getting a nice breeze.
In the nice trees.
Nice trees.
3 or 4 of these. We're living with no ease. Half of these, please. 3 or 4 of these. We'll be living with none of these. Ease. 3 or 4 of these, please. We'll be living with none of these. 3 or 4 of these, please.
Got a tin-of-foot breeze.
3 or 4 of these, please.
Got the bar lock for breeze.
3 or 4 of these, please. Living up with these. 3 or 4 of these, please.
Got the Glade candles. More than you can handle.
3 or 4 of these, please. With the great animals. Great animals.
Plug it in. Plug it in.
I only know cannibals. Hanging out with a cannibal. Hanging out with a cannibal. Just a cannibal. Just an animal.
Campbell, Chris, Maggie. Bring back Maggie.
Bring back in the morning. Bring back Magic 97.
Magic 97 in the
heaven,
morning.
I'm listening to Magic 97 big time.
Big time in the heaven.
On my side.
And Morgan Freeman. He's still alive though. Last weekend I watched The Shawshank Redemption. I gotta say, it holds up. Great film. 9.9 out of 10.
I don't know my side. I feel like I might have started to watch it at Sean Foley's house a long time ago. But I didn't finish.
Long flick. They make jerk chicken down in Jamaica, but you think they'd ever make jerk codfish? Probably. I bet you it tastes real good. Just a thought, just a ponder.
Just a thought, just a ponder. $700, don't you wonder? When you're down at the brunch place in the Paradise or yonder, etc. You know, like in Portugal Cove.
Paradise Bakery.
Paradise Bakery.
Live at the Paradise Bakery. Gonna make a mockery, flockery. Gonna pull down your... I don't know.
Gonna make a Colin mockery of Ali.
Ali. I've been down to the $2 I just got it back and I got myself a whole box of groceries. Look at these, nice groceries, a pile of these. I got Dawn dish liquid. I got a Comet powder cylinder. I got a toilet brush for $2.99.
Just $2.99. I got the Dawn dish liquid. Got the dish powder. Just a toilet brush for $2.99. Got the dick dish with dish liquid.
Powder,
just a dish powder. Got the
Comet.
for $2.99. Just
Dish
dish
liquid.
liquid, not powder. Got it for
Dish liquid,
$2.99.
dish liquid,
Got a big
dish
set of
liquid,
toilet
dish
paper.
liquid, dish liquid,
Dish liquid,
dish
not the
liquid,
powder.
dish liquid,
not the
dish
powder.
liquid,
But I got
not
the
the powder.
cubes
We
for
got the
the
dish
dishwasher.
liquid, the dish liquid, not the powder. The dish liquid, not the powder.
dishwasher. It's a
The
dish liquid, not the powder.
I put the Tide Pod in the dishwasher, and I shoved it in, and I watched it spin, and I put the Tide Pod in the dishwasher. I slapped it in, and I watched it spin. I put the Tide Pod in the dishwasher. I slapped it in, and then I watched it spin, and I slapped the Tide Pod in my dishwasher. I slapped it in, and then I watched it spin. I watched it spin, and I watched it spin. I slapped it in, and I watched it spin. The Tide Pod in the dishwasher. I put a Tide Pod in my dishwasher. A Tide Pod in me dishwasher. Tide Pod in me dishwasher. Tide Pod in me dishwasher.
My food never tasted so fresh. Water tasted so fresh. It will give you death.
Give you death.
My food never tasted so fresh. Water so clean it'll give you death. My food never tastes so fresh. The water so clean it'll give you death. And my food never tastes so fresh. The water so clean it'll give you death. My food never tastes so fresh. But the water so clean it'll give you death.
The food so fresh. The water so clean it'll give you death. Give you death.
Dish liquid, not the powder. And
Dish
I
liquid,
goes
not
get
the
a shower.
powder.
Dish liquid, not the powder. When I goes to get a
shower.
shower, my water never tasted so clean, and I meal I devoured. My
Water
food never
gone sour,
tasted
the
so
water gone
fresh.
sour,
My
the water
water
gone sour,
would
the water
give you
gone
death.
sour.
I was feeling sour for
Sweet
about
and
92
sour.
hours. Feeling sour, feeling sour.
A nasty funk, a big old stench. I called myself a Judi Dench. James Bond, letter M. She's the Queen of England. Judi Dench is the Queen of England. Judi Dench is the Queen of England. Look it up. I saw it on the internet.
Judi Dench is the Queen of England, carved into a bench, and the Judi Dench.
I was in Finland, just checking it out in Helsinki. I had to look down, and then I broke my pinky. I couldn't hold anything for 2 days because I needed 5-finger grip. 4-finger wasn't cutting it. I had to put it in the quits. I wrote a letter to my member of parliament asking them to represent me in the government's arms. They wrote me back and said, sure, we'll do that, no trouble. Write your MP, you have a right to write thee. You can write your MP, you got a right to write thee. When the temperatures are down, don't you frown. You can write your MP.
Temperatures are down.
You can not frown and you can write your
Temperatures
MP.
are down. I don't know.
Temperatures are down.
Do you get localized ads in your area? Because the temperatures are down.
Temperatures are down. I don't know if you have this ad or not, but the temperatures are down.
If you go to other
No.
cities, the temperatures are down.
But the temperatures are down. Better watch out.
Here's what you're doing.
Temperatures
Here's what
are
I have to
down.
say. The temperatures
Better
are
watch
down.
out.
Here's what Eddie
I heard
Shear
you're
had
down.
to say. Oh, the
Eddie
temperatures
Shear
are
said
down.
the temperatures are going
Here's
up
what Eddie
actually.
Shear had to say. Oh, no, the temperatures are
Oh,
down.
they're going down.
Eddie Shear had to say.
Oh,
Oh, the temperatures are
what about
down.
Carl Wells?
There's Carl Wells had to say.
Oh, what about
Temperatures are
Ryan
down.
Snodden?
This year the temperatures are down.
Tony Marie Wasman.
That's Tony Marie Wasman had to say.
Oh,
the
temperatures are down. Apparently the temperatures are down, folks. Folks, the temperatures are down. But the temperatures are down, they say. Peas pudding hot, peas pudding cold, peas pudding in the cot. I don't know, it's got the mold. mold, black mold, I got it all. I got a big old short towel. Little hearts east, big hearts west. I've been going up to west. I heard they're looking for more people up west. Anybody know? They're looking for more folks up west, folks. Looking for more folks up west. No time to rest when there's folks up west. That's a tasty one. This one goes out to all the apple flip lovers out there. Apple flips on your lips, taste of apple filling across your lips. A pastry filled with apple filling, a little taco of apple crust. Apple flips. There's nothing like an apple flip. I don't know if they got apple flips outside of Newfoundland, but
I think they do.
there's a little tender place in your heart for an apple flip.
The apple is flipped inside a pie type buns.
They're readily available everywhere you go.
It's a lot like a calzone, but it's an apple.
Yeah.
Pie, apple pie calzone.
Guaranteed to give you heartburn if they put too much oil in the bread. Apple flips to your lips.
Put it in the chat.
Apple flips
If you want
to
the
your
apple
lips.
chat, put it in the
Apple
flip
flips
chat.
to your lips. You can get blueberry flips, and lemon flips, and cherry flips. Whatever flip you want, buddy. I want the fish and brews flips.
Fish and brews flips.
Fish
Punch
and
your name
brews
in the lips. The
Fish
fish
and
and brews flips. Gonna punch your name in the lips. The fish and brews flips. Gonna punch your name in the lips. Fish and brews flips. Gonna punch your name in the lips. Punch your nose flips today. Gonna punch your name in the lips today. Punch your nose flips today. Gonna punch your name in the lips today. The fish and brews flips. Gonna punch your name in the lips. Fish and brews flips. Gonna punch your name in the lips. Fish and brews flips. Gonna punch your name in the lips. Fish and brews flips. Gonna punch your name in the lips.
Curtis Mayfield was a good artist, and he punched his man in the lips in the darkest place. Oh, he punched his man in the lips, in the face. Punched his man in the lips, but in the face, of course. Man in the lips, fish and brews flips. Curtis Mayfield punched his man in the face today. The fish and brews punched his man in the brews flips. Fish and brews flips.
Fish and man, a fish and brews. Fish and man, a fish and brews. Fish and man, a fish and brews.
Fish and brews.
Fish and brews.
My Nan got a bruise on her lips.
Got a bruise.
My Nan got a bruise on her
Got a
lips.
bruise. Got a bruise.
My Nan got a bruise on her
Got a
lips.
bruise. Got a bruise.
My Nan got a bruise on her lips.
Got a bruise.
A fish and brews flips.
A fish and brews flips. All the way from her lips to her lips.
A fish and
Brews flips. Right inside of her lips. You got hit with the fish and brews flips. With the bruise in her lips, the fish and brews ships. Got sent out on the day with the fish and brews
Big
ships.
ships.
Split fish and brews lips. The fish and brews and the ships. Ships. On the car.
Ships.
Push the car and the
Brews on the
ships.
car and the
On the car and the ships. On the car and the
Fish and brews fit
On
for
the car and
any
the
ships. I've got a plate of brews fit
On the
for
car
all
and
your
the
lips.
On the car and the ships. On the car and the ships.
Fish and brews, fish and brews, fish and brews.
What if we suddenly turn it up violent warning? We're gonna do it just so it's more nigh on yours. I'm gonna do it over here though. Well, violent warning.
130 beats per min. I got a shin.
I've been knowing the wind though. I don't require machines though. I've been playing John on his Nintendo. When he's asleep in his room, his eyes on the prize. You're awake, you're asleep at the same time. The jaws and the prize. Ghost pets in the eyes in the night time. In the eyes and the prize.
The eyes and the prize. The old hag in my room. The old hag on the Zoom. I caught the old hag on the Zoom. The old hag got me on the Zoom. I was on the Skype and the old hag called me and I had to put on my gripe. And I was on the Zoom in the empty room when the old hag was on the Zoom. Old hag called me and I was paralyzed in my eyes. I had to cry and I couldn't do it. There was no tears flowing from my eyes. I had the old hag. 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 Now I said this earlier and I'm in a good position to say something again. But I said that we should bring him back again and I think it's a good time. I don't want to bring it back, but we should bring him back. And what I'm about to say might make the day, but we're going to bring him back. As I'm saying, the plastic Sobeys bags, we got to bring them back, boys. It's time to bring back the bags. We saved enough turtle lives. It's enough easier to do. All we got to do is melt a bit of glue. It's time to bring them back, time to bring them back, time to bring them back to Sobeys bags. We're bringing back 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 Sobeys bags. Fuck to me, man. We're bringing back Sobeys bags. 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 A little plastic, a little green logo, a little bit of white in the handle. You can hold a couple gallons of milk and maybe a couple candles. You can hold a sack of potatoes and maybe a block of cheese. But one thing I know is I got to get myself a cupboard full of these. And we're bringing them back, and we're bringing them back, and we're bringing back the Sobeys bags. They're plastic shaped and they're plastic made and plastic Sobeys bags. They were made in St. John, New Brunswick. It's said right on the bag. We're going to put jobs in the community and we're going to put Sobeys bags. The Sobeys bags are coming back and we're going to see all the bags. We're going to not have to worry about reusing the same bag. Better hygiene starting fresh. Well, that's what I like to say. When you get yourself a brand new white, green Sobeys bag. Bring it back Sobeys bags.
Vintage Sobeys bags. Buying them off eBay, vintage Sobeys bags. We'll buy them any that you got. Paying $5. We got them in the 80s. We're paying $10. Decent condition. 70 Sobeys bags. Paying $20. $20 for 70 Sobeys bags.
Good deal. Buy a lot of Sobeys bags. 2,000. Compressed together in a 2-pound skew. Vintage first run limited press first edition Sobeys bags. Alpha. DM me for details. Thanks for the Sobeys bag. I think it's a good present. I'll get you one yourself next year. Sleep, parachute. Sleep, parachute. Sleep, parachute. Sleep, parachute. I goes to bed with a machine. I writes down on something mean. A sleep, machine.
hair machine. I don't know what he's saying.
A CPAP machine.
Oh, the CPAP
The
machine.
CPAP machine. It's how I go to sleep.
I go to sleep with a
CPAP machine. I go to sleep with a CPAP machine. I go to sleep with a CPAP machine. I go to sleep with a CPAP machine. And a CPAP machine. 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 And I goes to sleep with a CPAP machine. Goes to sleep with a CPAP machine. Goes to sleep with a big old machine on me nose, going down me lips, attached to me mouth. A Darth Vader vibe when I goes to bed. A big old rubber thing in me mouth when I goes to bed. A CPAP machine, may it be your dream. I hope you can afford your own CPAP machine.
CPAP machine. That was a nice one.
That was original. See that one on the remix releases coming out later this year. Put it in the chat, folks, if you have any requests, any ideas, folks. Any surprises, folks? Anything else you can just say?
Oh, we got a comment from a fan. Pat Lahey loves apple flips.
Wow,
I
excellent.
can't understand, so thank
Thank
that's
you.
great to hear. That's great to hear.
Apple flips. I hope you like that one. I hope you tried at least a fish and bruise flip once. I hope your nan also didn't get punched in the lips.
We would never bruise your nan.
No.
Not Pat Lahey's nan.
Excellent. Excellent. That's good to see some love, you know. So,
Love makes the world go round out there.
has anyone ever listen to ASMR? I don't really do the
Quick
ASMR.
ASMR break there.
That's my ASMR.
Rest in peace to all the nans out there. No nans left.
Rest in peace, Nan. May your spirit fly high like the eagles and soar over the bays, and may the sun shine bright in Toondial rills, and may your bread recipe live immortally in the hands and blood of all the thieves.
Over the eels and the bays,
soaking men's blood.
my nan had
horn
cried
blow
for most
to the
of
west.
her days, and sorrow was one of the top sorrows she has had, but she
big
was
sorrow.
mostly concerned with your dad.
Major
Nan was mostly concerned by your dad. Nan was mainly absorbed by your dad.
Heritage moment right there. That's a heritage moment. Tourism season's coming up. What's your tourism plans? Put it in the chat. Are you going to be a tourist or are you going to be a tour guide?
I plan on being a tour guide this season.
Nice.
I got a job down to Babels.
Nice. I'm going to show some puffins. Puffins.
Out on the ships. We had the technical difficulties.
Anybody ever been to a real deal hockey game where you got a buddy pack and the team you always went for never won? That's how you know you've been to an AHL game.
And I'll go over to the River Rats.
Let us bow our heads and look at the floor. And check out the wood grains on the floor. Make sure you think about the good times.
Good times and the bad. Take the good with the bad. Take the good with the bad.
Make sure you kneel once a day. Just kneel. No
Kneel.
particular reason.
Give it up for Neil Pottle.
Kneel, paddle.
We heard he's falling on hard times.
Sorry about your bar.
Sorry about your bar.
chance. Let me pull my nets over the wharf. I left my wife, I left my knife. I watched it all go away. All on salt, given on blood. Never did I trust another one of ye. I washed myself of all of ye that day, and I never looked back. I washed myself of all of ye that day, and I never looked back.
I never looked back.
I absolved my hands of all of ye. I put you in the pond and left you where you belong, down in the pond. Down there, just hanging out in the pond, you know, happy, alive in the pond, just hanging out.
We were happy to see you dead. We were happy to see you dead. We were glad to see your corpse in the water. We were happy to see you dead. I laughed at you because you had died, and it was humorous to me because I'm ruthless. 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 Ruthless.
The pond is a horrible sorrow place. You should leave the pond at all costs. Now, have you ever lost a horse through the ice, going through the winter? Now that is a sorrowful experience. Thankfully, we don't have to walk across ponds on horses anymore. Thanks to the beautiful addition of the Trans-Canada Highway and all of its features, we don't no longer need horses, and we don't need to walk across ponds.
What about Neil Patrick Harris? We got asked.
Neil Patrick Harris is a very influential man. He has a family, has a famous family. That's really all I can say and know really about the fellow.
Oh, maybe he's one of the Neils.
Great Neils, like Neil Armstrong, like Neil and statue. I've seen a few statues kneel before. Neil Batomus.
Kneel before God.
Kneel before. What about kneel after? People are always kneeling before, but you know, I like to kneel after personally. Bow our heads now and look at the floor. Let me fish off Cape Bonavista. Let me go to the pubs. I've got myself a feed of F&G. F&G.
B&G.
Who likes a bit of F&G, I'll tell ye.
Likes a bit of B&G. We're gonna tell you right now.
Wait. Where are the F&G secrets? Here we go. Oh, that was a classic. Now we're gonna go here instead. Alright, F&G is here. B&G, enough to feed all of ye. B&G, enough to feed all of ye. I got flounder, I got grounder, I got salt cod and I got ounder. I got myself a sculpin, a couple of Connors on the rim. Fried Connors, I bet you they're good. Mashed potato and Connors. You don't hear that too often. Nobody eats a Connor. Potato and Connors. Potato and Connors. I ate a rock cod. Pretty good fish, to be honest. I ate a rock cod. It was a pretty good fish, to be honest. I ate a tom cod. That was best kind. I ate a couple sculpins. That was not really that good. Sculpin is a poisonous fish. You gotta be careful eating a sculpin. Only eat a sculpin if you're desperate. Eat a
Eat sea
sculpin.
urchins.
Yes, eat the ski urchins. Eat the urchins.
Eat down there eating urchins. Feeling like I'm right fancy eating urchins. My nan thinks I'm being disgusting, but I'm just a bayman weeaboo.
He's a bayman weeaboo. Eating the urchins and rolling them up in rice and saying he's with you. He's
Bayman weeaboo. He's out there eating urchins.
And rolling up the rice and saying he's with you.
He's with you when he's hugging his pillow, the bayman weeaboo.
He's got a couple of busts he got from the store. They have large, womanly-like features, and they have big eyeballs. Buying the busts.
Getting the urchins out of the place and putting on the rice and says he sees you, but he's reading his manga. He's stuck in on the TV all day.
Bayman
On
weeaboo.
Nintendo. Bayman weeaboo, always on Nintendo.
He's got the Wi-Fi drove nuts on the Bayman weeaboo.
He's always on the phone. Phone line, got the phone line held up.
He orders in his snacks on the internet. He can't wait till he gets to go to town and he gets to go to university and be with people who have common interests like himself, because he's in a rural, isolated area and he's in a niche hobby that no one else can enjoy around him. And it makes him feel isolated and frustrated that no one else can be the Bayman weeaboo too.
Bayman weeaboo too. He wants to know about you. Buddy in the chat asked if he ever ate a jellyfish with you. As a Bayman weeaboo.
I ate a jellyfish
with you.
A jellyfish is pretty good, you know. It's a bit salty, a bit of a membrane material. There's nothing like eating a good membrane, you know. Put it in the chat if you ever ate a jellyfish. Put it in the chat if you got a smelly diss.
Eat jellyfish till you got a smelly piss.
Smelly piss, gist.
The smelly piss. The gist of this is you're gonna eat a jellyfish till you got a smelly piss. That's the gist of this. That's the gist of this. That's the gist of this. Gotta eat the jellyfish till you get a smelly piss. There's a gist of this. That's the gist of this. That's the gist of this.
Smelly piss. Asparagus gives you a smelly piss.
There's a gist of this.
Asparagus, asparagus.
Eat
I got
jellyfish, get
myself a
smelly
bucket
piss.
of rust.
There's a
I got
gist.
myself a pimple of pus. Asparagus, asparagus. Asparagus, asparagus. Asparagus, asparagus. Asparagus, asparagus. Asparagus, asparagus. Elon Musk, I got myself asparagus. Asparagus, give myself a spare piss and a smelly piss. A smelly piss. I got a smelly piss. And a frothy, smelly piss. A big old frothy piss. A frothy foam, sea foam, coating the bowl of the piss. You got yourself a piss, and you got myself a smelly diss, a smelly diss. Smelly piss and a smelly diss. And the smelly diss is here. Did anybody win and roll up the rim this year? Put it in the chat if you won and roll up the rim.
What's the biggest thing you ever won on roll up the rim?
I won myself a bagel. I'd like to win a car and do it all. Drive it right over to British Columbia. Shout outs to bungalows. Have you ever been in a bungalow before? Let us know in the chat if you live in a bungalow. We're not in a bungalow right now. We're in a split level. A TS. No bungalows here. If you like bungalows, let me know.
We got someone in the chat who won a coffee before on the roll up the rim.
Whoa, okay. That's a big win.
Pretty good luck.
Big winners
winner.
on the coffee. Massive. One of my cousins won the rig, and then he sold it and bought a more expensive rig, which I thought was kind of disappointing.
How many Pepsi points do you you got? What's on your Coke card?
Pepsi points.
How many scene
Pepsi
points you got?
Scene points.
What about your air miles?
How many
How's your
panache points do you have?
points? Panache points.
I got
You
29 panache
Canadian
points.
Canadian Tire points. You got a Starbucks card and a Timmy's thing. Subway
Got a card.
to go down to the
Subway card.
jumping bean.
The Subway card
Don't
and
go
Tim's
to too
card.
much.
How
Still
many
have a
apps?
Subway card.
Today's all about the
Stamps.
apps.
Got a roll of stamps from
I got apps.
2003. Got a roll of stamps. Got a roll of stamps from
Apps.
2003. They're still honoring me. Got a roll of stamps
2003.
from still honoring me. Still honoring me. They're still honoring me. Got a roll of stamps. Got a roll of stamps from 2003. They're still honoring me, but they're still honoring me. Got a roll of stamps. Got a roll of stamps from 2003. They're still honoring me. They're still honoring me. Got a roll of stamps. Got a roll of stamps from 2003. They're still honoring me. They're still honoring me. Just a roll of stamps. Just a roll of stamps. Got a McDonald's gold card. Doing whatever I want. Got a McDonald's gold card. Doing whatever I want. Got a McDonald's gold card. Doing whatever I want. Got a McDonald's gold card. Doing whatever I want. Got a roll of stamps. Got a roll of stamps. Got a roll of stamps. Just 2000.
All y'all fuckers better
Roll
fear me.
stamps,
When I pulls
roll
up in the
stamps,
Honda
roll
C,
stamps,
I'm gonna
roll
roll you down
stamps,
and I'm
roll
gonna stop
stamps.
you in 2003. The Honda Civic and the Chevy Cavalier, and I got myself a Pontiac Sunfire. I'm gonna be ripping up the roads. Got stud tires and a big old load. 2003.
It's 2003, got a 97
2003.
Pontiac Sunfire coming after
2003.
you. It's
Oh,
2003.
yeah. Pontiac Sunfire, the Chevy Cavalier, and I got myself a big old Volkswagen Jetta rear. Watch it out in a 2003 Honda C. I'm coming out, gonna roll down all ye in a 2003.
Bring back Jamie Piercy, working
him
at
back.
the Subway.
Bringing her back.
Make me a meatball. all
Rolling
night.
back.
Working at the
Rolling
Subway,
back.
working overnight tonight. 2008.
The Bulldog
Bring back Jamie
Special.
Piercy at the Subway in like
Shout outs to the
2000.
Bulldog Special. You're showing up in the drive-thru and you gets a bunch of free shit. Wow. Excellent. 10 out of 10.
Big D throwing out all the donuts beyond Tim Hortons, and he gave them all to us, but then he overfilled the Boston cream and he blew it up. He blew it up. We blew it up. He blew it up. We blew it up. 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 Blew it up.
In the 2003. In the 2003. In 2003. That was 2 years after 9/11 Wii. 2003. And we're looking at the Wii. We were getting excited. We didn't even know, but in 2-3 years we had the Wii and Nintendo Wii.
Yesterday was Cookies on Your Sub Day.
Cookies on your sub day. Cookies on your sub days. Cookies on your sub days. Cookies on your sub days. Cookies on your sub day. Cookies on your sub day. Throw it back. The cookies on your sub day. Throw it back. Throw it on your sub day. Throw it back. And the cookies on your sub day. We're gonna have a Canadian Club Day. Canadian Club Day on a Canadian Club whiskey only today. I'm joining the club, and I'm not talking about the Price Club. Haha. And the Canadian Club.
Cookies on my Subway club. Cookies on the sub day. Eat cookies on the sub on a sub day. Sunday with my sub. Eat cookies on a Sunday. Cookies on my sub. A Sunday eat my sub. Goes home and has a rob.
Canadian Club. Canadian Club. Canadian Club. Canadian Club.
Mary Browns. Mary Browns.
Canadian Club. 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 See y'all in the club.
See y'all in the club.
See y'all in the club.
See y'all in the club.
See y'all in the club. See y'all in the club. I'll see y'all in the club. I'll see you all in the club. I'll see you all in the club. I'll see you all in the club.
What about Big Jerry?
I'll see him in the club.
Re-elect Jerry in 86.
I'll re-elect him.
We got some lore that Jerry may be the cousin of Big Mary.
He could be the cousin of Big Mary. 86 was a big year. 2 years before I even thought. This is for all the Heartlanders. I worked hard, I followed my dad. I didn't go to school and I got real mad. And I'm a blue collar worker, a blue collar worker, a blue collar worker, a blue collar worker. I drive my car on the freedom line. I don't go to school, I don't go to find. I just a free blue collar worker, a free blue collar worker, a free blue collar worker, a blue collar worker. I listen to Bruce Springsteen all day long. I don't listen to anybody else but my mom, and I just listen to Bruce Springsteen, listen to Bruce Springsteen, I listen to Bruce Springsteen. Yeah.
Maybe in the club on a Wednesday, I'm listening to Bruce Springsteen. I'm listening to Bruce Springsteen at 9:30 p.m. on a Wednesday. I'm always in the club on a Wednesday, playing VLTs on a Wednesday. It's my only day off though. Meet me in the club, meet me in the club, meet me in the club,
Meet me in the club on a Wednesday.
meet me in the club, meet me in the club, meet me in the club, meet me in the club on a Wednesday. Meet me in the club, meet me in the club, meet me in the club on a Wednesday. Meet me in the club, meet me in the club, meet me in the club on a Wednesday. What about the French ones?
That's a big club.
Thank you very much,
It's a
everybody.
large club. The club
You
is
know, Randy's had to give someone a ride now.
in a little bit.
In a little bit.
I should get going, you know, 'cause it's been a
He's
half-hour
gotta
commute.
You gotta get going pretty soon.
Half-hour
man.
commute in the snow,
Yeah.
and it's like, you know,
dangerous out there.
a little bit. It could be a moose with a toucan out there.
You all look out there.
Yeah,
So
watch out.
we hope you enjoyed yourselves. And
Thank you.
We were a little tired. Maybe next time we'll go on in the daytime if he wants us to.
Yeah.
But it took us a while to plug in the cords. But we're just gonna leave them plugged in now for a month. So you whatever you want. But we might
Follow
be
the
back with a
channel.
podcast. We might be back with this, or maybe we'll do a cooking show.
Did we put any commemorative things on the wall today?
Oh, that's amazing that you brought that up,
Yeah,
Randy.
yeah. We're gonna do this tradition here where we add additions to our room.
I'm not sure where I laid it to.
We'll see what we can find here.
It's somewhere. Oh, it's on the camera over there, in front of the camera.
Oh, right.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
And now see you can show it to the camera.
All
I
right.
don't know if it'll see if it's swapped over to it or whatever. Maybe I have to try to show it to both the cameras, but I don't fucking know. We'll find out.
Check
Yeah.
it out, guys.
So it's a commemorative nice spoon, Anakin Green Gables spoon, Prince Edward Island. Nice place where Paul McCartney went there once, and he looked at the seals. So we're gonna put that up here in Labrador somewhere.
Labrador. Here we
We're
go.
gonna celebrate. There we go.
Huge milestones.
Huge milestones. Milestones are big. Milestones are big. We're gonna be back. Gonna be a lot of streams, folks.
Yep.
Don't you worry.
Don't worry, they're
If
coming.
you didn't like it, you just tell us what you want to change, and we'll make it better.
Like a true river, nothing stops the stream. Just downward flow of water moving towards the sea. Thank you.
Everyone is just like the sea.
We are gonna probably have another guest on and do another style of interview. So look forward to some new
Big
things.
Thanks to our chatter there.
Thank you, chatter. You're amazing. I can see even more chats coming through. Awesome. I'm going to send you a corrected grade, and you're going to get 100%. That's because you're awesome.